But joining me live is former Liberal MP Jason Falinski. How do you see this election in Tassie?
But I think it'll be a return to what we had before, which is really sad for the Tasmanian people. Hung parliament, dysfunction, people playing games. It resembles a student representative council at university rather than a state government with serious issues and serious jobs to do. And that's a shame, to be honest.
The PM's will change tack, go federal. The PM's China visit wrapped up with a lot of positive language from Chinese state media. Do you think Mr Albanese can strike that equilibrium with Beijing that we once saw in the Howard years? Well,
Howard had the advantage of dealing with Jiang Zemin, whereas Albo has to deal with Xi Jinping, and he's a very different character. And look, there are a lot of China experts around who will tell you that it's a very dangerous place, China, at the moment. So I think he was very courageous to go to China for as long as he did and to associate his government as strongly as he has with the Chinese regime.
Because you've got to walk and chew gum at the same time, don't you, as the leader of this country?
Of this country, you know, your interests are the Australian people, and this is a regime that is, you know, not historically friendly with Australia, has a lot of values that don't align with our values. So we have to engage with them, we have to be sensible about it, but we also have to stay true to our own value sets.
What did you make of the RBA keeping rates on hold? It's disappointed a lot of Australians.
And it should, and the disappointment shouldn't be directed at the RBA. The disappointment should be directed at governments right across Australia, state and federal, who are spending far too much money on far too little. And if you look just between the lines of what the RBA governor is saying, she's making it very clear that until government spending comes under control, there will be inflationary pressure in the Australian economy, and that's what we're witnessing at the moment.
We saw the story just before we came on with Mark Latham and the comments from Tanya Plibersek. There's been many others after what's happened in New South Wales. A lot of people will say we were probably only one handshake away from him becoming Prime Minister.
Mate, I remember looking at that handshake and going, gosh, that's a bizarre thing. And a lot of Australians did and looked at, and fortunately got to the polling booth the next day and just went, yeah, I'm not voting for this. But we came very close to a Latham Prime Ministership. And unlike Tanya, I never voted for Mark Latham to become Prime Minister of Australia. But he's bringing a lot of people together around this. And, you know, look, I actually think they should keep his photo up there on the wall in the Labor Party caucus room as a reminder of how close they came to doing irreparable damage to the Australian public. But the really big question is, I think at this point, you know, the Minns government has a lot of answers to give to the people of New South Wales about the deals that they've done with Mark Latham to get through some pretty dodgy legislation in the upper house.
What about Susan Lee? Early report card. I know it's early, but early report card.
Look,
Is it too early?
Yeah, I'm a member of the Liberal Party. I want to say, yeah, she's doing a fantastic job. But I think you're right. It's just too early. We don't know yet. I don't think there are no major mistakes, been steady set of hands. So from that point of view, she's done everything she's needed to do. She
can't afford infighting, though, can she?
She can't afford the issue is we're going to have it. For too many years, we've put a lot of these questions, you know, just swept them under the carpet, and they come out at the wrong times in the wrong places. So this fighting that we're having about all sorts of stuff at the moment is actually necessary and a good thing.
As long as it's a bit more open.
It's pretty open at the moment.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the more clandestine stuff.
Oh, yeah, and that's the thing, right? So it's all been going daggers in the dark type stuff, but it's out in the open. People can see what people are saying and let the best argument win, the best idea emerge.
What did you make of the Trump split with MAGA supporters over the Epstein issue?
No, this is fascinating.
It's potentially hugely damaging for him.
It's really damaging because in the past he's been able to get away with anything with his MAGA supporters, but at the moment they're not letting him off this one. And look, I think Pam Bondi, who's the AG over there, massively misplayed this, you know, leaned into the conspiracy theory stuff. So when they didn't release the files, now we have a situation where everyone's turning around saying, hey, where's the files? You're part of the swamp. You know, why are you letting us down? So, yeah, this will be fascinating how it plays out, I have to say, because otherwise, you know, Trump's not very popular in Australia, but he's actually getting a lot of wins on the board in international affairs, in the economy, in legislative achievements But this thing now looks like it might overshadow all of that.
But his disapproval rating in the States is at record highs.
Oh, it's always been high. I mean, the interesting thing is Biden got to like 60%, fell to 30%. Trump's disapproval's always been in the high 40s. Approval's always been in the high 40s, and it never moves. No matter, I mean, if he cured I think someone said if he cured cancer, the story in the New York Times would be Trump makes cardiologists unemployed.
Well, there you go. We'll finish there.
Thank you, mate. Thanks.
Jason, we'll do it again soon.
Look forward to it.
Jason
Thanks, Tim.
Falinski, thank you.